Okay. As Juliana already said, we're now at the point to sign the contract with the European Commission. But I still would like to present a successful or about to be a successful application of an environmental governance and information project. Our project is called Live Artemis. Artemis, probably you all know, it's an ancient Greek goddess of forest and hills. And this is actually what we are going to do. It's also an acronym, awareness raising, training and measures on invasive alien species in forests. So what we're trying to do is to make an information system and to guard the forest against invasive alien species. We submitted our project in the section Environmental Governance and Information, and it will go from 2016 till 2020. The Slovenian Forestry Institute will be the coordinating beneficiary. The others are Zavod Symbiosis, Zavod za Gozdove, and Zavod za Varstvo narave. The project is a little bit more than 1 million, from which one is 60% co-financed by the EU. So, just how did we get to our project? First of all, you need to find a good problem within nature conservation, and we thought like, okay, invasive species are very much problematic for ecosystems. So, and it's already going on for many decades. So many problems with invasive species. Eradication, it's almost impossible when they get established. So you have to, when you want to avoid problems, you have to start from the beginning. Either you have to try to avoid that this species actually come into the country, or you have to eradicate the population at the first finding in the country. So therefore an early warning and rapid response system is very much needed. In Slovenia such a thing doesn't yet exist, and we want to develop this with our project. However, a lot of institutes are already working on invasive alien species, either in the nature conservation sector, but also in the agricultural sector. However, collaboration is often insufficient, so this is also one of our aims to make this this collaboration going on. Another problem is that there's only a few professionals being paid to check for invasive alien species in general, but also in forests. So we're very much dependent on professionals, amateurs, general public to get the first finding of a species. In the Netherlands, for instance, there was a finding of a longhorn beetle, very much problematic. It's called an Asian longhorn beetle, and they found it on such an early warning system where they put it into an information system. It was put there by one guy who saw a very beautiful, nice beetle, made a picture of it, put it on the internet, and then the professionals found it. So that straight away they could eradicate this population. So this was a successful story of using such an information system in another country. Important was also one that the EU wants to emphasize eradication or work on invasive alien species. So that's also one of the reasons why we went into this this topic. The partners, as I said before, were our Slovenian Forestry Institute. They're mainly providing the experts on forests and invasive alien species. Zavod Symbiosis, which was dealing already previously a lot with invasive alien species and has a lot of experience with such projects and communicating to the public, general public. And then the Slovenian Forest Service, they're doing a lot of ground activities and they're experts on forests. And then in the end, still Zavod Zavarstva Narave, which has also a lot of connections in the field with people. And of course, they are experts on, in the field of nature conservation. So, the process. Because we didn't get it the first year. It took us 3 years to finally get to this stage that we are now going to sign the contract. First year, we came together, actually 2 months before the deadline of the ministry. And we said like, oh, it's a really good idea, but writing a project in 2 months, this is not possible. So we said, okay, we're going for next year. Second year, we started in December, and we really worked very hard. We submitted in the section Nature and Biodiversity. We managed to submit it. We got 53 points, and one of the main problems was that the conservation actions was not worth the money. So we were thinking like, okay, actually with invasive alien species, what can you do for conservation actions? You can actually, the most important thing is, and that was also the core of our that project, is this developing this information system. So then we said, okay, then we go for environmental governance and information, which is more going for awareness raising. I have to say, I have to thank Juliana very much. 1 month before application, and that was in September, we had a meeting where we went through the final version or raw version of the project, and in this month we quite added some things which actually I think was a good reason why we were so successful. So first of all, we went for a project goal. What is our goal? We wanted to contribute to the reduction of the harmful impact of invasive alien species. Mainly by increasing public awareness and setting up an early warning and rapid response system, which is the abbreviation. It will be IWRR, which will be you will see more during the presentation. We had 3 objectives. So we want to increase the awareness of the general public, in particular private forest owners. We want to establish an efficient national institutional framework for early detection and rapid response, and improve the national capacity for early detection of alien species. I will tell you now how we actually have the structure and put together and make the connections between the different work packages. So first, the preparatory action. This is actually one of the, I wouldn't say obligatory, but it's very important preparatory action for this section, for such a project, is development of a project communication plan. Then, in order to start with the project, we are going to establish an early warning and rapid response institutional framework. From this, we will develop the training programs, and then we finish the preparatory actions. We go to the core actions, where one of the main parts is the national awareness raising campaigns, which comes out of the project communication plan. Then the training, we're going to train professionals and volunteers in order to get to know the invasive alien species, and we're going to also know the information system, which is very much connected with the national awareness raising campaign. Then, in work package 3, we will prepare the information system and collect data. And in order to show that everything is really going well, we have two nice showcases. One is involving the green public in the management of invasive alien species in urban forests. And one species, we're focusing on one species, which is the canker of maple, and see whether we can reduce their population with this project. All is being monitored, of course, via first one is for the national awareness raising campaign, where we will do some surveys. Then the other one is evaluating the effectiveness of the early warning and rapid response system.
Excuse me?
Yeah?
What is canker of maple?
I will show you later. Yeah, but I will show you a nice picture, and if you have some observations, please let us know. First of all, preparatory actions. So we do a first basis, make a basis of what is the attitude of Slovenians toward the issues of invasive alien species. We have a workshop for communications plan, and we're going to write the communication plan. Then, as we said, that we also would work on a early warning and rapid response institutional framework. We will make a capacity assessment of professionals and volunteers, which will potentially take part in the early warning and rapid response system. We will establish this framework, and we will develop what a rapid response plans. Furthermore, we will develop a training program with materials. So, what are the high-risk forest invasive alien species and priority pathways, and the final training program, which we will do during the whole project. The core actions. The national awareness raising campaign will be mainly focusing on poster advertisements. We will make a film, exhibitions. We will have a lot of lectures and guided walks through the cities. For the trainings of professionals and volunteers, we will first appoint regional coordinators and have a workshop to educate them how to do everything. And these regional coordinators, who are divided over whole Slovenia, will start to we will educate professionals, private forest owners and volunteers, and forestry related businesses. Then engaging foresters and citizen scientists. So here we will make an information system where people can very friendly, user-friendly, put their data in, and where we can actually react on it. And if there's really a problem, that we go to it and check, verify if this animal is or plant is really this plant. We will promote during the whole project this information system. And for this fourth one, this is one of the case studies. We will focus on Rožnik in Ljubljana. We will make first and on plants, only on plants, because insects or mammals, they're very problematic to make a good case for eradication. First of all, we will do an inventory. We will prepare a management plan, and then with help of volunteers, we will eradicate, try to eradicate the species on Rožnik. Then the maple canker. As you asked, what's a maple canker? This is the maple canker. This is a canker which is develops on the stem of the plant. It's started all actually in Slovenia, so and now it starts to spread over Europe. The last year, the first time was found in Hungary. So we want to reduce or mitigate the population so much, so that it's less problem. And why not to start in Slovenia, where everything started? First of all, we will do an awareness campaign about what is this species, where to find it, etc., etc. Detection with the help of volunteers and regional coordinators, and then at the end we will mitigate or cut, try to get rid of this maple canker. So monitoring. So it's actually a survey of the follow-up of the first survey and check how the changes were. The same thing, evaluating the effectiveness of the early warning rapid response system. We're focusing on how many new observations were there found, how many animal plants were eradicated, etc., etc. Here, you also have several other actions. So, providing information to the general public. Important is to know we actually show what we did before, especially in awareness raising project. You focus not on the results, but actually on the topic itself. And there is the main difference. So D1 is you have some obligatory things like making a website, notice boards, networking with other EU projects, and layman's reports. Additionally, we will have intensive information outreach with social media and emailing lists and on fairs. And, which is very important, we will disseminate our actions to national and local policymakers, so that we will make a basis for further development for invasive alien species into policy of nature conservation. We also have an international conference on early warning and rapid response system. And we have one part about replicability and transferability plan. This last part was only added in the end after the reviewer asked us explicitly to put more about replicability and transferability in. Then, of course, the overall project, which is divided in a core group with the project manager, the main coordinator, a media relations coordinator, and the financial manager, and then the steering group, which includes the core group and the different members of the different beneficiaries. It's for the timetable. It's, as I said, it's still 2020. We will start this year at the beginning of July. Hopefully, we will get the contract signed before. And then till the beginning of next year, and we will go with most of the actions. We will then continuously go on till half of 2020. So also for the monitoring, we will continuously monitor our actions, and of course the project management, which is anyway goes on continuously. I want to thank you all. Here you see all the invasive species, which are a certain group of invasive species which are possible in Slovenian forests. If you see them, please let them know. And if you have any questions, also please let them know.
Hvala lepa, imate vprašanja? Vse jasno. Prav, potem pa hvala lepa za enkrat.
Ja.
Uspešno izvajanje projekta vam želim.
Hvala.